Welcome friends to a new type of video series that I'm starting right here, right now with this video. This is Pause Talks About Sports. The premise is quite simple. What you'll see on this blog slash show is some sports video gameplay. Today it's Madden 12. And instead of usual gameplay commentary, I'm going to use the opportunity to talk about the sports world and what's going on, things I'm observing. I wanted to start a sports blog slash vlog. And I really hate vlogs, so you'll never hear me say it again. And I figure incorporating some sports video gameplay would be perfect for the topic at hand. So, as you all know, I'm your host, your narrator, your color commentator, your in-studio analyst, whatever else you need me to be. My name's Paz, and I talk about sports and like sharing my opinions on such happenings in that wide world of sports. Now, first up today, I'd like to talk about is a big one in the NFL. Where the hell is Peyton Manning going to land? Okay, so, Peyton Manning is biggest free agent in the NFL, in NFL history, really. Biggest free agent signing ever, move over Reggie White. I know that you claimed that title ever since free agency began, but nah, you got nothing on Peyton Manning signing with whatever team. As of this posting, he's met with officials from the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos, and the Arizona Cardinals. He has plans to meet with the Tennessee Titans at some point in the next few days. There's been interest from at least 12 teams that I've heard of that have interest in Peyton Manning signing with them. Places that you've heard show interest where he likely won't land. First being Washington Redskins. They just traded a bucket of first-round picks to move up to number 2 in the draft. They're almost guaranteed to take Robert Griffin III and start him immediately due to taking a $36 million penalty in cap and salary cap room due to the way they worked the cap year last year. On that note, Dallas Cowboys have a $10 million cap room penalty. So, you're not going to see the Redskins go after Peyton Manning. They're going to have to go after some other free agents, but not Peyton Manning. So, we're going to call that there. Another team not to take him is going to be the New York Jets. We've heard the Jets interested, but they just signed an extension to the most overrated quarterback ever in Mark Sanchez. That title used to belong to Tony Romo, but I think Mark Sanchez is more overrated than Tony Romo at this point. So, they signed an extension, even though he still had 2 years left on his rookie deal. The Jets are retarded. That's all it is. So, that's all well and good. He's not going to go to the Jets. Okay. Likely landing spots is Miami Dolphins. How amazingly dominant would South Beach be as a sports town than if they landed Peyton Manning? You'd have instant publicity for the Dolphins, who already have to compete for new space with the new look Miami Marlins, with Foulmouth Ozzie Guillen and Mr. Perfect Mark Burley now there to complement Josh Johnson in that pitching rotation. And you also have the big three on the Miami Heat. So, publicity there would be nice to compete with the other two big teams. Also, as far as in Miami, you have Brandon Marshall to throw the ball to, and who would not want to see Manning versus Brady twice a year as they battle it out in the AL East. Woo! The AFC East. AL East. That's going to lead me to a point later on. So, next up was the Arizona Cardinals. I think there's a guy that plays in Arizona. His name's like Larry. Anyway, Larry Fitzgerald, hand down one of, if not the top receiver in the league. And in good weather, an awesome stadium, you've got an awesome welcome mat, an attractive welcome mat for Peyton Manning. He's also talked to Denver Broncos. While Denver fans may have Tebow fever, you'd have to be delusional to want to start Tebow over Peyton Manning at this point. Not to say that Tebow's not getting better and he's progressing, but it's Peyton Manning, okay? Peyton Manning would be able to come in, would be able to mentor Tim Tebow as far as becoming a better quarterback for maybe when Peyton Manning does retire. I mean, he's played in 14 seasons, and he's had 3 neck surgeries in the last year. You never know. Not to mention you have Brandon Stokely already given his support to Peyton Manning after working out with him. And John Elway runs football operations in Denver, so it's not hard to see why there would be interest in bringing Peyton Manning in. Also expressing interest where he might land is the Tennessee Titans. Titans are trying to make themselves an attractive pick. They're targeting Pro Bowl guard Steve Hutchinson, who's a friend of Peyton Manning from those Pro Bowl teams. Not sure what they do with their current quarterback situation, since they have Matt Hasselbeck, who was a starter and led them to the playoffs last year, and they're also mentoring their first-round pick from last year, number 8 overall, Jake Locker. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Not to mention, Peyton Manning is from Tennessee. He played a volunteer. He was a Tennessee Volunteer in college, All-American. So, yeah, I can see where he might land in Tennessee as well. Just read the Texans don't want to pursue Peyton Manning. They're going to use that money to re-sign Mario Williams. So, Texans not gonna happen. Okay, so what else is happening with the NFL? Honestly, I think he'll land in one of those 4 teams I mentioned: the Dolphins, Cardinals, Broncos, Titans. He'll land somewhere in one of those teams, more likely. Now, what else? Randy Moss signing with the 49ers. Somebody mentioned this on Facebook, and I jokingly jabbed that he'd still have Alex Smith throwing on the ball. Now, honestly, I think Alex Smith progressed very well over the last season under Jim Harbaugh. And there's no reason to think he'll actually go back and regress. We may actually be finally getting around to seeing first-round draft pick Alex Smith instead of career backup Alex Smith. Not to mention the NFC West is still fairly weak for now, depending on if Peyton Manning comes to the Cardinals or not. And that defense was pretty nasty last year. Now, just one thing that I want to mention, the 2011 49ers defense reminded me a lot of the 2009 Saints defense. They racked up the turnovers on their way to winning the Super Bowl. I mean, a high number of turnovers, and the 49ers last year were kind of in that same way. They forced turnovers all over the place. Now, after that turnovers-filled season for the Saints defense, the next year it dropped off, and we see what happened. They gave up, so they got exposed in the playoffs by the Seahawks. So I don't think that's going to happen to the 49ers, but I don't expect the same production as last year as far as turnovers go. But yeah, anyway, Randy Moss is a good signing for the 49ers. He'll fit in that type of offense. So, good there. One other thing I want to go ahead and talk about, because I think this video is coming sort of to an end here. Well, getting close anyway. MLB, and this isn't just going to be about football, just because there's a football show and we're going to talk about everything. MLB opening day is about 2 weeks away, and I can't wait. I'm excited. Feels like it's been forever since baseball season ended. Spring training action I've been able to watch has been refreshing. Season should be proved even more exciting with the changes to how the playoffs work. With the new expanded playoff system, each league will have one additional wildcard team, bringing the total number of teams in the playoffs from 8 to 10. The 2 wildcard teams from each league will then play a 1-game series, the winner advancing to meet the top seed from the league. So, like, for example, last year, had this rules been in place last year, you would have seen the Rays and Red Sox play an extra game, with the winner advancing to face the Texas Rangers in Arlington. You've also would have seen the Cardinals face off against the Braves, the winner meeting the Phils. So, it would have had that extra game. Now, we wouldn't have had that same excitement that we had at the end of last year, but this should actually prove to be more exciting, give more excitement to the end of the season every year. Because we'll never have a night in a regular season ending like we had last year. That will never happen again, unfortunately, because it's so fun to watch. What's all this mean, really? Basically, it means winning your division and finishing with the best record in your league is so much more important than it was. If you're the number 1 seed, not only do you have home field advantage, but you also get to play the wildcard winner, which they've already probably spent their ace on their rotation, just winning that sudden death 163rd game, if you will. So you've rested up while they had to play that extra game. Not to mention, but by winning your division, you don't have to play that one game elimination round. In years past, not last year, season before, 2010 season, the New York Yankees just kind of rested up at the end of the season, not caring about winning the actual, not caring about winning the division, but actually winning the wild card was fine, and it actually worked out better for them that way. So winning the actual division it'll be much more important than it was before, because you don't have to play that play-in game, really, essentially. So yeah, definitely actually worth winning your division and securing home field if you can. It's not really been important, like I said, in years past, and it's going to be even more important now. So all that should make it exciting, and as a Rays fan, and that AL East, yeah, it's much better. So I think we're coming to an end on this video here. Looks like we got about a minute and a half left. As you can see, I'm kind of dominating my opponent here, which I'll be completely honest. This was my first online head-to-head game on Madden 12. I've had the game since launch day, but I've just never had I've really never had the want to play online. So take that for what you'll. So this is my first head-to-head game. I noticed that he passed the ball deep almost every play. He ran it a couple times. So as soon as I realized he was just going to pass every play, I just straight went conservative defense, played a lot of zone, and it shut him down quick. And you're going to see here coming up, this is really the last series of the game. First down is going to be a tackle for a loss on a pitch. He's going to go in a hurry up. Again, going to play a lot of zone guys out on the flats. 2nd and 12. And going to come in here with B.J. Raji and get the sack. And this is where he's gonna pause the game and go ahead and concede the victory. So it was nice of him not to rage quit, actually concede, so I get the win. But that's really gonna be it for this game. I'm gonna win 41-7. Aside from the sports stuff, I plan on doing a WWE style show as well, probably to WWE 12 gameplay. So be looking forward to that. But again, I've been Pause. This has been Pause Talks About Sports, and I'll see you next time.